Hey everybody, it's Red Panda Gamer here for another exciting quick look, and today we're actually looking at a game that is really appropriate because it's October and spooky things are coming. I need to fix the resolution of the game though. Options. This is Costume Quest 2, which is a game I definitely never expected to see, but am really excited to play. It says it's already at that, but whatever, I'll just leave it how it is. But yeah, it's a game that I was really excited to... I really liked the first one. Like, Costume Quest 1, or just Costume Quest, was one of, like, my favorite Double Fine games, and in general, like, one of my favorite games. Because not a lot of games are similar to that of, like, Paper Mario, or Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga, or anything like that, where they have, like, active, like, RPG elements where you continue to do things other than just select options. And then this game had that, and also has like a cool like not crafting system, but you know, the costumes are all really cool and unique, and each of them gives you like a different character, and a big part of the game is putting together those costumes. But anyway, I'm like an hour and a half into the game, and there's a lot of time travel in this game, which is cool. Halloween's been basically abolished by an evil dentist, and now we're in his like crazy future that's like 20 years later, or actually not 20, more like 10 years later, where it's basically like a Nazi regime but centered around oral hygiene. But we've been kidnapped. We went back in time trying to stop him from releasing all the monsters and stuff, but we failed. But we also were able to make it so we couldn't time travel anymore. So I guess now we're kind of stuck here. I don't know. So who could tell me about Halloween? And we're playing as two kids. The same two kids as the last game. Is it a hall where they keep weenies? No, Bert. It is not a hall where they keep... It's a fart. Ha 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 ha. Duncan, no more outbursts from you. So, there you go. But I can raise my hand. And I'm Reynold, one of the kids. Okay, new kid. Remy, is it? Tell us about Halloween, please. Halloween is the best holiday ever. Everyone gets to wear awesome costumes and you get free candy. Wrong. Now, I can see why you were sent to the academy. You need some serious education. Can someone tell Remy what Halloween really is? It was a night of evil where parents trick kids into eating poison. Well done, Laird. Laird? You did good. You did your reading. You get a gold tooth. And thankfully, Grandfather White did away with the evils of Halloween long ago. Now, who could tell me about the ill effects of candy on humans? It makes your teeth fall out. What else? It poisons your insides and makes you die. Bert, great comprehension. What else? Yes, Remy? I'm Reynold, not Remy. That's what I said. Anyway, what's your answer? Candy makes kids happy. It's chewy and yummy and gooey and amazing. Do you even know what you're saying? You risk staining your teeth with these preposterous lies. If you don't remember the lesson, then don't blurt out random gobbledygook? That's fighting words. Okay, class, next question. How did Grandfather White liberate the repugians? Oh, he lured them out with candy. Wrong. Anyone else? He farted. Ha ha. Duncan! One more outburst from you and it's detention. He stole a witch talisman and used it to make the monsters do what he wanted. Yeah, like teaching this stupid brainwashing class. That's it! You insubordinates will go down the hall to detention at once. Happily. Alright, so we're the two of these kids. Like I said, we're in this classroom. We had, like, awesome Heeley shoes, but obviously they got taken away as they're not part of our outfit. I told the teacher that I had to use the bathroom, but I really just wanted to wander the halls. Classic students. Where's the detention, Mr. Grubbin? I have no idea, human child. Maybe try the detention room at the end of the hall. Okay. So yeah, this is like a post-apocalyptic future, I guess, where kids are miserable. I'm supposed to be in detention, but I like it out here better. That's understandable. Is this detention? I'm assuming it is. More troublemakers. Have a seat next to Haley. Or Holly? Face forward and don't make a peep. Okay. But yeah, I wanted to start at this point because it's a good opportunity to see a lot of the humor in the game. Hey guys, I'm gonna assume it's Holly. What are you in for? We told the truth about Halloween. I guess that's not allowed here. Me too. I told them that costumes are awesome. I can't help if they are. My dad even made me a rad superhero costume once. But we had to keep it in the shed, 'cause it's illegal. Wait a minute. Is Everett your dad? Yeah. Do you know him? He's our best friend. We went to school together. Quiet. So yeah, obviously time travel's involved. Ooh, Ren and Reynold. My mom and dad won't shut up about you. They said you were going to help save us. We tried, but Dr. White took our stuff and threw us in here. And his guards took your parents away too. Sorry, Holly. I keep wanting to say like Hallie. Maybe it is Hallie. I don't know. What? You got my mom and dad? We have to save them. So she joins our party. And Everett and I forget her name, the mom's name, they were the two party members we had in the first game. Now, how are we going to get out of here? What is it, human child? I'm trying to update my profile. I feel sick. Can I go to the nurse? Sick, huh? Whoa. I mean, what I kind of take away from this is that the future is more advanced because we've gotten rid of Halloween. But, you know, I understand that Halloween and candy are good. These readings show no sign of illness. You're fine. What is it now? Can I use the bathroom? You'll have to wait until the bell rings, human child. But actually, you reminded me that I must go to the bathroom. I've been sitting at this computer for hours. Stay in your seats until I get back, and no talking. But yeah, the game's visuals look a lot better, and I feel like there's a lot more interesting settings for the game as well. Like, the first one was great, but it was just, you know, your commonplace, like a mall and neighborhoods and stuff like that. And by having time travel and a post-apocalyptic future, it allows you to, like, give a lot more interesting things to look at. By the way, I was putting together a costume myself. My teachers confiscated some of the materials, but they didn't confiscate this. So that's the plan. So a new thing in this game, which I actually think adds a lot of diversity. So the thing about not only Double Fine's games, I can just like run around with my hand up. It's kind of funny. A big thing that they added to the game is like different functions of your costumes. So almost every costume has its own custom function, and we'll get to that eventually. I think this is actually where part of the costume is. You got a costume material, powdered wig. Oh man, what are we going to turn into? And we can actually look at the costumes I did have, but they got taken away. I had a pterodactyl, a clown, a superhero, and a candy corn. And the candy corn was hilarious. And I'm glad I didn't really show that. I might get to it at some point. But the candy corn stuff is pretty funny. The menu is broken down pretty well. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, Jefferson. Are we gonna make a Thomas Jefferson costume? That's exciting. All right. I mean, you don't really ever need to look at that. I mean, you can pretty much figure it out on your own. But yeah, like I really loved the first Costume Quest. It was funny. It was original. You know, it had a lot going for it, and it's a Double Fine game. And a big part of Double Fine games, they all kind of, not all, but a lot of them take away from the fact that Tim Schafer is a legendary, you know, point-and-click game developer and writer. And so they all kind of have that point-and-click vibe to them. Oh my God, yes. That is kind of awesome. I am Thomas Jefferson, and my special ability is to shake hands with people. I can't help but notice that you're slaving over these floors, Mr. Grubbin. I'll say, would you believe they want the floors clean all the time? Not to mention that I'm stuck with a first-generation hover bucket. It looks like back-breaking work. I think you owe it to yourself to take a break. You're right. Maybe I will take a break. My back muscles hurt. So we have the ability to talk to people, which is funny because, you know, you end up talking them out of doing things or talking them into doing things. These fountains you use to heal yourself and save the game, but we haven't gotten into any fights, so we don't need to worry about it. All right, sorry about that, guys. I was interrupted. But anyway, So yeah, I want to get to like actual combat in the game because that's a huge part of the game. Of course, it's a turn-based role-playing game. What are you doing out of detention? You human children are the worst. We were worried about you. We just wanted to make sure you were okay. What a line of hooey. Get back in the class right now. I'm not feeling diplomatic right now. So yeah, that's our power, is being diplomatic. So there's a restroom for goblins, and then there's a restroom for boys and girls. Okay. School is not out yet. Get back to class, slackers. This doesn't seem like the time for diplomacy. There's always time for diplomacy. All right, let's go this way. It's funny though that the ability we get is diplomacy. So yeah, I think that adds quite a bit to the gameplay of, you know, having different abilities that come from different costumes. It really varies up the gameplay. So it's this. We got our stuff back. All right, so now we have all of our costumes, which is exciting, including our rocket Heelys, or whatever you want to call them. So the way the costumes work, it's actually pretty quick and simple. We just kind of leaf through the characters. There's 3 different types of abilities. There's tech, magic, and monster. So everything, it's like a rock, paper, scissors type thing, I guess. Well, not really, I guess. But, you know, there's some people that are strong against tech and weak against magic. Monster, you get the basic idea. I'm not really sure how it divvies it up, but I have a little bit of trouble understanding who has problems with what. But Candy Corn is absolutely useless, unfortunately. Candy Corn doesn't have any attacks, but it does have a bunch of funny one-liners. So we want to make sure that we have so we want someone that's good against monsters, which the pterodactyl is. Yes, there's a pterodactyl costume. And then we have the superhero who's strong against magic. We also have a clown that's really hilarious, but we'll go with the superhero for now. I'm curious as to what Thomas Jefferson does as attacks go. But now we can leave. But almost all the suits have their own abilities as well. Going somewhere? Your behavior has been unacceptable. Look at this list of infractions. Disrupting class, skipping detention, kidnapping, stealing school property. These costumes are our property. You stole them first. And what do you mean kidnapping? I left because I wanted to leave. I'm not finished. Violating the Costume Act, manipulating our janitorial staff, and an attempted escape. Trying to escape is a funny one, humans. There is no way to escape the Tooth Academy. At least, not without a proper education. So yeah, I love the writing. I also love the art style of this game. I think it's really great. So here we go. We transform into Thomas Jefferson and Pterodactyl and a superhero. This is one of my few problems with the game, is these combat sections. They're really fun and they're pretty quick once you get into them, but they take quite a while to actually get to. So I think this is a boss fight. I'm assuming it is. Another aspect of the game, I don't think it was an aspect in the original, is we have these creepy treat cards. Actually, maybe they were. What is this? Fruit Flakes? Creepy treats. One battles. Okay. So these different cards, we have different effects. So there's like a minion attacks itself, chosen hero ignored. We'll use this one. Oh, but we can't. Okay, but you can't use them on bosses, which is kind of lame. But it would also kind of make bosses way too easy, so I kind of get it. So everyone has like a normal attack. This is his quill attack. And you kind of get that little time attack. So like hitting the button at the right time makes it more effective. And you get 2 different types. You get nice attacks and amazing attacks. And I love when RPGs have stuff like this because it makes it more interactive. It makes it more fun. And, you know, it kind of lets you turn the tide in battle just for being able to play well. So that way it's not all about strategy. It becomes a little bit more about skill. So we also have these special abilities. You have the little like charge meter at the bottom there. And those fill up from being attacked and doing attacks. And they carry over from battle to battle. So this is the Declaration of Destruction, which sounds really cool. And they have really awesome battle animations as well. As far as I know, there is no way to make these better. He puts glasses on and reads it. That's fantastic. There's no timing element to those, which is fine, I guess. So in the original Costume Quest, they had a lot of various attack commands, like... So it'd be more like Paper Mario, where, you know, with jumping, that's when you tap the button at the right time to do a second jump, or with a hammer, you pull back on the left stick. Costume Quest 1 had some of that stuff too, where like you would, you know, hold a button down, tap a button repeatedly. And I don't know if they just got rid of that or if there's just some costumes that have more of that. We still have more combat stuff we're going to learn in this game, so maybe that's something new we find out. As I showed earlier, I messed that timing up. As I showed earlier, I'm only like an hour and a half through the game, and this is probably more of like a 6-hour or 7-hour game, just guessing. But yeah, these special abilities always make me laugh. The game is $15, by the way. I didn't really mention that, and I think that's a fine price. I mean, when the first one came out, that's about how much it was. You can also get a bundle for $19.99 that not only comes with the original Costume Quest, but you get like 4 exclusive costumes to use in Costume Quest 2, which is kind of cool. Though it would make, I mean, it would make the beginning of the game so much easier. The beginning of the game is a little frustrating because you only have 2 costumes, and you end up fighting against like 3 people at once, and it takes a long time to get their health down. But now that we have 3, you know, party members that each have costumes, it definitely makes the game a bit easier. I wouldn't call this game just flat out easy, though. There's a little bit of strategy involved, and you can kind of tell that they've laid the ground for this to become a little more in-depth as we go through it. But yeah, I love the art style so much in this game, and I love the concept too. You know, it's a Halloween game. You know what I mean? It's Halloween themed, and there's costumes, and the kids are really well written. You know what I mean? Like Double Fine has always done a really good job of writing like kid characters, like, and they've proven that with Broken Age. But this game, like, you have a lot of kids just being kids, and they have a lot of little silly one-liners, and they can be smart Alex a lot of the time, and I really dig that. You know, as someone that's always had younger siblings, or my girlfriend works at a daycare, so I hear all those stories, and I love this. This is so funny. The glasses are a really nice touch. And oh gosh, it's just funny. Enemy design's pretty good. Like, some of the enemies are not the best designed. Most of them are pretty good. Like, I like how that guy looked. So we got another card. Sugar Uncles. We did it! I'm super thirsty. So yeah, when it says that you're thirsty, that means we got to drink from the fountain. You can go around and interact with like different items and stuff. So here's an example of interacting with stuff based on your costumes. If you walk up to this and use the B ability, the pterodactyl flaps his wings. And so far, you have to have all the costumes to be able to progress in the game. And I accidentally did a lot of stuff. You found me. We're illegally here wearing. We are illegally wearing costumes and playing hide and seek. Want to play? If you find all 6 of us, you get a prize. So we get a lot of like these little missions that are going on. Like these hide and seek missions are reoccurring. But through doing them, we get a lot of candy, or we get pieces of costume. And I know at some point it's going to turn into the fact that you don't need all the costumes to progress. But like the pterodactyl costume, I got through like a number of little side missions. But I needed to do them. So this is shady. You kids got to take care of yourselves. You need some special creepy treats like these. So this guy, he sells different stuff. He sells maps of areas. There's also another one that sells cards. Oh, here we go. There's the cards. And there's a lot of cards, but they can be expensive. And as far as I know, use candy for anything else. But we should probably buy a map for the place we're currently in. Probably help us out. Rainbow cloth. And we should buy this. It's a upgrade for our clown. That's cool. Huh. Paint a chocolate stripe on your candy corn to add defensive bonus and increase threat. That's kind of awesome. I kind of want that. So I don't, yeah, like I said, it's been a long time since I played the original Costume Quest. I don't remember if superhero upgrades were a thing in that one, but I'm assuming they were. Add this star patch to your superhero costume to imbue it with the power of stars. Sure. Double candy reward. That could be useful. Caramels cuts a minion's health in half. That's useful. So these are going to be really helpful as we go through the game. And I like the problem I have with this game is I'm one of those people that has too good to use syndrome, where I just kind of sit on cards and I will never use them. And enemies attack, heal rather than damage. That actually sounds really useful. Stun a minion for 3 turns. Max out all 3 heroes' special meters. Heals a hero by 25. Cancels all enemy debuffs. Huh. So there you go. That's, you know, basically what Candy is for. Let's see what you have to say. Monty, is that you? Oh, hey, it's my old pal. So Monty is somebody that we hung out with back in the past. It's good to see you after all these years. I still think back to all them adventures we had back in the day before they dredged the swamp to build Auburn Pines. What have you been up to? Well, not much since Dr. Dingleberry took over and tore my place down for Grubenhausen. I've been hanging out in the sewers with my gators ever since. But that's okay. Gertie Jr. is all I really need. Gosh, well, it was good seeing you again, Monty. So yeah, I love stuff with time travel, so that's kind of funny. Hey there, Haley. Or Holly. Why aren't you in school? We escaped. That's cool. I know your mom and dad were worried about you. Actually, the dental guard took them away. We need to find them. Oh no, that means they're probably in Dr. White's dental compound. That place is impenetrable. The security there is redonkulous. There must be some way to get in there, right? Well, there might be a way through the sewers, but I've never tried. You should ask Sadie. She's inside. Just knock on the door. The password is Chokonana. Okay. What costume is she wearing? Oh, the superhero costume looks different now. That's cool. Oh, that's right. I had to change my costumes around when I used the pterodactyl. Okay, so let's see. Helping these kids enjoy Halloween helps me redeem myself. I used to be a real jerk. Okay. Sure, candy is bad for your teeth, but it's all about moderation. That's true. Hallie, Ren, Reynolds. Everett and Lucy sent word that you guys might show up. You know us? Silly used to sell stamps when we were kids. Oh, Sadie, you sure had some great stamps back then. Yeah, creepy treat cards are all the rage now. Okay, so it used to use a stamp system. That's right, I remember now. Though. Anyway, what can I do for you? Do you know how we can get into the compound to save Lucy and Everett? Oh, I was afraid you'd ask me that. There is a way, but I'm afraid it's too dangerous for you guys. I'm not going to put you in harm's way, and there's nothing you can say to change my mind on this, I think. Okay, so now we got to figure out how we're going to change her mind. It's funny, when I wear my costume, it's the only time I feel like myself. Aw. You look like this cat I met a long time ago. Owie! That kid could play a mean clown horn. So yeah, since this is a game with time travel, there's going to be a lot of times. I love these old video games that were about cool stuff. All the new games are about brushing or flossing. Not now, I've almost got the high score. So I love that there's like these, they're basically like, I can't think of the word. Oh god. Boo. I can't think of the word. It was during, oh my god, I've completely lost all train of thought. During Prohibition, they had bars, underground bars, and I cannot remember what they were called. Holy crap. Hey kid, what are you doing walking around in a costume like that? Haven't you seen those dental drones? They'll chomp you as soon as they look at you. That's exactly why we need costumes. What are you doing on Lucy and Everett's lawn? I just had a combat lesson with Corvus. I'm cooling down out here. Oh, that's right. So we can learn new combat. Here, I drew up this pattern so I could remember how to put it together again. Oh, we got a wizard pattern. It's exciting. I love these drawings too. I'm such a huge fan of Double Fine's art style. Like that really is one of the things that always keeps me going back to their games. So if we talk to this guy, Corvus, look at you all battle, hardened. I think you might be ready to learn more. So he's going to teach us more combat stuff. So he ultimately looks the same. Well, no, he looks different. It's different costume design. It's pretty cool. If you're agile enough, you can get an extra attack in your enemies before they know what hit them. Attack me now. If you land a well-timed blow, you will see another opening to attack. Alright. Oh, shit. I timed that wrong. Okay, well, at least you got the first attack. Okay, let's try that again. So it's just fast-paced. Cool. That's it. You found the opening once more. So he's going to make us do this a bunch of times now to make sure we got it. So this, in theory, should make fights go twice as fast. But who knows if that's actually how that'll go down. It's cool, though. Oof, you pack quite a punch for a kid. I think it's safe to say that you've mastered the art of combos. I love combos. Cool, so now everyone should be a little more powerful. And see, that's it. That's like the combat tutorials, like when you learn new stuff. That's all it really is. I really like this game a lot, though. And honestly, if you didn't play the first costume quest, I'd recommend it because it's great. Let's show a little bit of combat here. You can get a first strike if you walk up to things. Oh, maybe not because this guy was just standing guard. Oh, well. You could get by without playing the first costume quest, but I really do recommend you play it because it's a great game. Oh, shit. He's wearing the candy corn costume. God damn it. Well, I guess now you can see how funny it is. And I don't think... Yeah, you can't change costumes while you're fighting, which is a bit of a bummer, but I think it would make it a little too easy sometimes. Ah, shit, I messed it up. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Okay, so your attack doesn't do nearly as much damage, which makes sense. Okay. So it does like half. It's still helpful. Take a picture. It will last. So, yeah, Candy Corn has a lot of really hilarious one-liners, and it's almost worth losing a party member, like losing someone that can't attack, because they are really funny. These guys are actually really strong. So the Sweet Justice is an area attack, so it'll do the most damage to whoever you throw it at, but it does splash damage, so it'll hurt the other guys as well, which is helpful to know. So I wonder what happens if... Do you automatically attack somebody else? Let's see. I guess not. That'd be helpful. And so far, I've not seen, like, through the first, like, hour of the game, one person's always wearing candy corn, and I've not seen, like... Oh, shit, that did a lot of damage. I've yet to see, like, a repeated line from Candy Corn. So, yeah, see, like, our attack is a little bit weaker against this guy because of whatever type of... And that's the thing, I have a hard time figuring out, like, what it means to be one type or another, but I don't really think it makes that big of a deal, or a big of a difference. I mean, it does, but during, like, fights against these guys, I don't know if it does. Does he... Oh, I was hoping he would put glasses on, too. This is Candy Corn's good side. Ah, damn, those attacks are harder to... Oh, shit. It's really close to dying. I should probably use a card. There we go. No, I could probably get him in this last hit. Damn it, so close. Well, if it hits Ren, then we'll be fine. It didn't. Oh, no, Candy Corn! Candy Corn! It's okay, Candy Corn's in a better place now. And I'm not sure, like, well, I mean, we all share the, so it's a really simple RPG. It's like we all share the same experience, you know, we all, who's wearing the pterodactyl? Oh, I need to change your costume right now. I will give you the clown costume. I need to wear the pterodactyl one. That's all good. But yeah, I really do like simple RPGs. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes have it... Oh, shit. We have to fight this thing? Oh, no. Savage Snail. The clown is my favorite. Like, the clown just looks so goofy. Oh, damn, that is a Savage Snail. Well, hopefully... Okay, what we should do is use some of our cards on this guy. This is like a boss fight. Shit. Ah, damn it. Okay, I don't know if I'm able to use Creepy Treat cards. Okay, I am good. So this is a really good one. This allows it to, this makes it so it only hits itself for a while. And I seriously love the clown. He just hops around. There we go, good one. So we could probably win this since we can use our cards. I mean, it's just going to damage itself. And as soon as that wears off, we'll just use another card. Plus, the clown has the ability to heal everybody, so we'll just do that when we get the chance. I should have known better than to just walk back there without healing first. And that, yeah, and I kind of, like, so this game, it definitely goes for that, like, very simple RPG structure. And I kind of wish that they went all the way with it in a couple regards. Like, I wish that, ah, damn it. I wish that they would have made it so that your characters automatically heal up after a fight. But at the same time, that would probably make it a little too easy. And I wanted to use our heal ability, but whatever. If we kill this guy, it's not a big deal. Can we... Yeah. There's no block ability either, which I think is kind of weird. There's no, like, you can't just block during a turn. But all of our specials carry over. So, we're fine. And we get... Oh, man. Got a robe. We're going to get that wizard. I'm not sure how long I should make this video. Like, I'm sure that you get the idea at this point. And if you ever played or saw the first costume quest, you definitely know what this game's about. Oh, shit. We need to find a water fountain, like, now. I mean, we'll be fine, but I'm also going to find one so I can save the game. And that's the thing. The kids are all so adorable. And some of the kids, like, you run into, like, they have really funny one-line. I mean, that's the thing about this whole game. It's really funny. Hey there, kid. This place looks horrible, doesn't it? Yeah, used to be nice here. Yeah, you probably should keep moving on. I can feel a sad story coming on. Oh, hey, there's a kid over there. So there we go. There's our fountain. It also saves our game. So, like, I'm assuming it when and if you die, that's where you respawn. So this person, we can go up to her. She has a card over her head, which means she will trade cards with us. Future's bleak, isn't it? They stopped selling Series 2 Creepy Treats before I was able to find a Rice Creepies card. Now how am I going to get one? I don't have a spare Rice Creepies card, but if I find one, I'll trade with you. Okay, so yeah, if we... It's a quest now, and she'll trade us something, like, way better. Oh, sorry. I thought you were a bad cop. You kids shouldn't be wearing those costumes out in the open. Get inside before the dental drones see you. So, I don't know how... Like, it's kind of funny that during a time of, like, you know, drone attacks and stuff like that, that the game went ahead and put in drones. But, I mean, you know, drones have been a staple in sci-fi stuff forever, so... So, I wonder if we can even trick or treat anywhere. I doubt it. Oh, there's a thing. One of the little things that frustrates me about this game is the fact that there's no camera controls. That was actually one of the big things that turned me off of the game back when I first played it. It can make it really difficult to get around, but you get used to it. And normally the thing is, like, the reason, like, if you can't get back somewhere, it's because, oh shit. Okay, God, this has been, like, for me, this has been like a quick look from hell. Like, I keep having technical issues. It's really frustrating. I just want to get back there and try to get that costume or that treasure. But I don't know if we can. So what are we doing right now? I forget what we're trying to find. There's another chest over there. So yeah, we could sneak up behind stuff and hit them, get an early attack. What are we doing? Oh, that's right. We're trying to change that woman's mind into telling us where the parents are. That's right. I remember now. The compound. So that does a little bit of damage to everybody, which is super helpful. And now we can just kind of attack stuff. So we'll use Pterodactyl. This game also has a lot of puns, which is great. Drops eggs on them, and it also causes... Oh, you already saw this one, but it causes poison. And I guess we'll just kind of keep going at it on this one. I'm trying to think if I want to use one of our cards. Ah, shit. But I think we'll be alright. And we also have our ability to heal, so if we really need to, we can. Ah, damn it. I should have attacked a different one, but oh well. Oh, that's right. The poison killed it. Awesome. That worked out really nicely. So yeah, one of the reasons I wish you could change costumes in the middle of battle is just because you end up with a lot of enemies that aren't weak to, like no matter what, you're not... Oh, damn it. I messed that up. Oh, well. You're going to be dealing with a lot of enemies that no matter what you do, you're not going to attack with their weakness. But that also, you know, there's only 3 types in the game, so, I mean, it kind of works itself out. I also just kind of have a hard time figuring out which kind of enemies, you know, are which trait. But that mostly comes from my inability to pay enough attention. Yeah, so we'll just kind of continue to chip away. Let's actually attack this guy since it's Pterodactyl's weakness. I think, yeah. And that's what this comes down to, is just have a party of like 3 different types and then just kind of go after whoever's weak against that type. I mean, it's simple, you know? If you've ever played an RPG before, you should be able to figure it out. Another element, I'm playing this game with a controller, which is the way they recommend to play it. I really like how each character is mapped to a different button. I think it's kind of cool. And again, it's kind of got like that Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga vibe to it, which I totally dig. And I mean, you can play with a keyboard and mouse, or you can play with a keyboard as well, but I like playing games with a controller, unless it's, you know, a game that should be played with keyboard and mouse. So you're going to be battling a lot in this game, and it might, to some point, to some extent, get maybe a little bit not boring, but it gets repetitive. But you can avoid battles if you want, but, you know, it can, there's also, you can grind at some points if you want. Like, enemies can respawn. What is that? Glow stick. We're gonna have a rave? I'm down. So a big mechanic, actually, you know, should I go back and drink water? Oh, I have a map, don't I? Oh no, I didn't buy a map for this area, did I? Shit. So a big element in this game is trick-or-treating. Who are you? Sadie didn't tell me anyone was coming. Go, oh wait, oh, so I guess we just can't trick-or-treat here. Which makes sense, because no one knows what trick-or-treating is. Can we trick-or-treat at any of these? Okay. I don't know why they keep referring to Sadie. Is Sadie... Sadie might... I think Sadie is one of the friends, like the one of the people we're trying to save. I could be wrong, though. Okay. So I just want to get the wizard costume put together, like, really bad. I think maybe that, going that way. So a big part of the game, too, is, like, you got to find ramps to get to secret areas. Like, you're going to be going around in circles a lot, and that's why it's beneficial to buy maps. Alright, so we got a lot of mechanical enemies, which is kind of a pain. But as Pterodactyl, or the Pterodactyl, we'll just attack this guy. So you do, it makes a pretty big difference if you're attacking them based on their weakness. And then we'll use... I wish we had the superhero, but oh well. We use the Declaration of Destruction. And that, like, it's so silly. Like, what game do you play as a pterodactyl? Oh, that automatically killed it? That's awesome. What game do you play as a pterodactyl, a clown, and Thomas Jefferson? Like, none. This is the only game that'll ever happen. And I absolutely love it for that. Oh, wrong type. I couldn't remember what type the clown was effective against, or ineffective against, I guess. The clown's just goofy face. I can't get enough of it. So I'm going to save my special because we can take this guy out in 2 turns. Or if we just have everyone attack him. But we should start... Aw, damn it. Pushed the button at the wrong time. Didn't mean to do that. Amazing! And yeah, the flavor text and the sound effects and all that stuff are really good too. Like, that's a pretty important part to an RPG. Like, if you're going to be doing a lot of repetitive stuff... Oh, shit. I can't believe that. Just killed him. We'll be fine, though. I think. Yeah, no, we're fine. You know, if you're going to be hearing and seeing a lot of the same visuals and music, it's good. It's important to make them good. And I mean, I know that probably sounds like, well, no duh. But, you know, I've played plenty of games out there that were fine, but because of their sound effects or their visuals, it just felt really boring whenever you accomplish. I mean, like, Final Fantasy is a great thing to look at for, like, how to make good fanfare. You know, like that song, that victory song is kind of stuck in your brain forever. Or like the Zelda cues, you know what I mean? Like the finding an item in a chest. Like all that stuff is, at this point, like built into people's brains. Not to say that this game is at that level, but it, you know, it's not doing a bad job. Cotton balls. Yes! We are a wizard! That's actually really exciting. And our ability... Oh, we can light stuff up? Sweet. Alright, we need to get water, though. What's this? Oh, okay, I thought something might have been underneath it. Yeah, we can kind of go around, pick up the and that's my problem too with this game is I get obsessed with trying to find all the candy. And I mean, you don't need it as much as you might expect, but to get a lot of stuff, a lot of specific stuff, to get a lot of specific stuff done in the game, you're gonna want it. Wait, wasn't someone thirsty? Oh no, I think when we found a costume, it like gave us all our life back. I don't know. So we have the hide and seek stuff going on. Oops. Shit. Well, now we get to see the wizard. Yes! Dude, the wizard's badass. I dig it. Oh, these are new enemies. They look really tough. Alright. Oh, we have our special. Let's go for our Doomstick. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Also, could I just throw out how funny it is that we're throwing a quill at... Like, I don't know, I guess like this kind of humor appeals to me more than it might appeal to some, but I really find this game absolutely hilarious. And it's the kind of funny where, like, if you talk about it, it kind of loses its humor. Like, it's a lot of visual humor, you know, and written humor as well, but... Oh, God, dude, Wizard's too good. Too good, Wizard. And that's another thing that the game does to keep itself fresh as well, is, like, by giving you different costumes and different abilities, it can keep it exciting, but you don't have to deal with the stress. Like, it's not like other RPGs, like, it's not like a job system. Aw, that poor pumpkin. It's not like a job system where, like, you're leveling up each costume. That would be horrible. I mean, and maybe not in, like, a full-scale game. You know, like, I liked the job system in most video games, but I feel like in this one, that would not work. And I felt like this about Child of Light as well. It's always exciting to see smaller RPG experiences, like cheaper, shorter, but really inventive RPG games. And I think this one's fantastic. And it looks great, too. Like, look at this. There you go, reflection in the water puddle. Like, that's such a nice little detail. And I feel like I haven't talked enough about I mean, I've talked about how I like the visual style, but I don't feel like I've done much to talk about how well made this game is. Because it is really well made, and I'm glad that, like, Midnight City, you know, who's kind of a new indie, it's kind of like a AAA indie brand. Like, they're owned by Majesco. I mean, they're a section of Majesco, but they're dedicated to making smaller, unique games. And I, you know, I think that's cool. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that Double Fine got to make a sequel to, personally, one of my favorite games that they've made. Yeah, I love this game. And I'll probably, honestly, if you want to see more of this, you should follow my... Oh, God, I wasn't paying attention. Okay. If you want to see more of this game, be sure to follow, like, my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/redpandagamer, because I will probably continue to stream this game. I'm definitely going to play through all of it, but I'll probably play it on stream. Hey, you put sunglasses! I love it. That move seems like it's an automatic death, but I've always used it against characters that were low on health, so I'm not really sure. I'm assuming we also continue to learn more combat stuff. Like, we probably learn, like, a counterattack at some point, where, you know, if we block an enemy successfully, we can also then... if we block an enemy, we can then hit them, which would be awesome. Ren is on fire! Thomas Jefferson, no! Alright. I wish that when you finished off an enemy, it still told you how much damage you did, but... Again, any complaint I have is an incredibly minor one. Oh, he healed himself. What a jerk. So, I mean, I was complaining, though, earlier about how it's hard to tell what type an enemy is, but you can totally tell this guy's a magic type. It was just like earlier in the game, it's pretty easy to tell, too. Double experience reward. That is a good one. I gotta use them. I need to get into the habit of using those, especially when they reward them after a fight, you know? Alright, so we could probably not worry so much about battling. Like, I feel like we're at a pretty good right now. And that's the thing. If it turns out that, like, oh shit, we're getting destroyed by everything, we can always just kind of backtrack. But I don't really know what to do here. Like, we put together a costume, and I assume we're going to need this costume. Maybe we should go back. Like, we have a light now, which makes me think that we'll have a better time, or an easier time, going through the sewers. But let's go over here. No, not over here. This way? Yeah, because maybe we should go down in the sewers and see what that's all about. Because I'm guessing there's a place in the sewers we couldn't access because we didn't have a light. That's my only guess, though. But yeah, I really love this game because I'm a big fan of Halloween. I love the whole costume idea. It's so ripe for this type. Like, they just nailed it. Like, it's such a good idea to make an RPG that's Halloween themed. Because, and I'm personally a big fan of, like, I'm a huge fan, actually, of RPGs that take place in, like, a modern setting. Okay, see, there we go. So now we can go through. I missed that prompt earlier, but now we can go through here. And so, yeah, there's a lot of costumes that you have to find in order to progress in the game. And that's fine. And yeah, this game really is a lot like Paper Mario. It's kind of hilarious, actually. And I'm assuming that was partially... Oh, I don't need to use the light anymore. I'm assuming that was a partial... That is a cool password, but it's not the right one. Okay. I'm sure that was a partial influence. Where one that clawed up the wall? Nope, I'm waiting for whatever did it to come back, though. I'll bet it gives good back scratches. I'd have to look for clues, but I don't have lighting technology. Or lightning technology? Or lighting tech, I don't know. So I'm assuming after we do that, he'll tell us the password. Wait, I'm confused. So we need to get across that, which I'm assuming we do through going this way. So yeah, a lot of this game is just accomplishing missions, like one after another, and they all kind of come together. So it's like, you might not even know that you need the wizard costume, but, if you get it, then you'll probably use it for something. Hey, how'd you small humans get it here? You don't even have a hard hat. Bob gave a special clearance. He did? Well, that's a relief. Because we had strict instructions not to let any humans sniff around here. Because of those human artifacts that we found in the mines. What human artifacts? Sorry, small human, I'm sworn to secrecy. There is nothing you could possibly say that would make me spill the beans about those artifacts. I want my mummy. So I wonder if we can convince him otherwise with this. Those artifacts must be found, or those sound valuable. You must be proud to be the one who dug them up. Me? Yeah, I'm a good digger. Did you dig up any other cool stuff? I did dig up a piece of paper with those artifacts, but I couldn't read it. Though, thought it was plans at first, but it was garbage. That's why it's in the trash pile behind me. But that's it. Nothing useful, just those artifacts and that piece of paper in the trash pile. Okay, so now we can get through. And I'm assuming now we need to go pterodactyl on these papers. And we get the Pharaoh costume pattern. Very exciting. Candy mine. So, I don't even know what a hippie is. Okay, so that was one of the hiding kids. Before we go through there, we should walk around real quick. Sorry, Soulfry. I can't talk unless Foreman Doug says so. Doug sent us. Let us through. He did? Still, I can't let you... I'm not supposed to talk to any humans. So maybe we try and turn into Thomas Jefferson. Or just Jefferson. We have no interest in whatever you're guarding. You don't? We're here at an apartment. If you don't move, we'll be late. I'm sorry. There are no human amenities, but to each his own, I guess. That's really funny. I love it. It's so good. So now we can go over here and get this. What is that? Costume material, black scarf. Nice. I also like how these vertical sections work. Oh, you know what? For this one, we probably use this, and we honk the horn.
So, and that's the thing too, is you're constantly reusing a lot of the same stuff. So, like, we need something that lets us slide across wires, which I'm guessing the black scarf has something to do with it, but I really don't know. All right, I have no idea how long this let's play, or this, not let's play, this walkthrough quick look has been. I wanted to originally do a let's play of this game, but I just kind of decided against it. Maybe I should, though. I don't know. Because it's probably a pretty long game, to be honest. But I'm going to end it pretty soon. I kind of want to get one more costume, and then I'll be done. But I feel like... I almost feel like I could be going on an hour now. And I don't feel like this game really needs that much time put into a quick look. So let's use your bounce attack against this fellow. Wasn't super effective, but it was not effective. And that's fine too. But this guy's magic is effective against this guy. And I like that it has splash damage. That's really helpful. So let's see what this does against this guy. I love that little laugh. It's so good, you guys. It's so funny. Put on the glasses. And okay, so that does a lot of damage, but it doesn't instantly kill anything. Oh shit, that did a lot. So it also seems like the enemy AI is pretty smart as well. Like, I've been impressed with it. Like, a lot of times it seems to know who to attack to do the most damage. Like, it's not like Pokemon where it's just going to use Growl against somebody that's, you know, going to just use Growl over and over again with no reason. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like they have pretty solid reasoning skills, which is a little surprising, to be honest, for a game like this. But very like very much welcomed for this kind of experience. They look over, like, to watch their comrade die. Like, that's the thing. This is a very polished game. I think that's all I'm really getting at. Like, this game could have been really rough around the edges. And, I mean, not to say it's perfect, but it does feel well polished. And I think a big part of that is that, you know, Double Fine had the money and the time that came from working with Midnight City. And thanks, Midnight City, for letting this game happen. You know, that's ultimately how I feel about it. Like, I'm really glad that this game could exist. Because I never would have thought it would come out. Like, you rarely see a Double Fine sequel. And I'm realizing now that I've kind of just done nothing but gush over how much I love this game. Next minion that attacks the chosen player is automatically defeated. Some of these cards are so good. Alright, so is there really anything else to do around here? I wish there was like a quick change for your costumes, like using the D-pad, but whatever. These are, and like the stuff like that is just really minor stuff that I really don't think is that big of a deal, but I think it's worth mentioning. And I mean, unless they're, yeah. I mean, it's so easy to change costumes. It's not like it's a big deal. But if they're going to continue to have you reuse stuff, then they might as well. If they like, I think it's great that like you're still going to use the pterodactyl suit, or not even the horn. You're still going to use the horn long after getting it. I got an achievement, but I can't see what it is. But if you're going to make it so you're constantly reusing stuff, make it so that, you know, you can switch to it conveniently if you need to. So did he move automatically? Oh, cool. I should have read that. Oh, well. Oh, no. God dang it. And there was a fountain, like, right up there. Should have gone to it. Depraved Mole. Let's see this guy. This might be the last fight I do. Oh, it's so gross. But it's also kind of adorable. Oh my god, I'm going to die. And we don't have anyone playing as a clown. We'll just use the creepy treat cards. Yeah, he spits up the card. I was wondering how he was going to use it. I kind of like, though, that it's almost I mean, I don't know if it's commentary or whatever, but the fact that, you know, like, card games are super popular right now. Like, Hearthstone and Magic is popular again. I mean, Magic never stopped being popular, really. And that, you know, he's like, oh, you know, people used to collect stamps, but now everyone just collects cards. I don't know. Maybe it's not commentary as much as it's just a joke. Ah, shit. I mean, I don't really need to block his attack since he's just going to attack himself. But yeah, sometimes I almost feel like those cards might make this game a little too easy sometimes, but to be fair, this fight kind of came out of nowhere. But I'm also really happy to be seeing a lot more diversity as far as enemies go. Because, like, in the beginning of the game, you see, like, the same types of enemies over and over again. And I've already seen, like, 6 different types of enemies here, so... Or more, actually. So that is welcomed. He attacked himself. It's a lot of experience. Alright, but yeah, I should wrap this up. We've been going for a while, and... What is that? Flip-flops? Are we going to get a ninja costume? Are we stuck here? Oh, no, there's a ramp right there. But yeah, I'm going to end this now. As much as I'd love to continue playing and showing you guys this fantastic game, I need to, you know, keep this video at a decent length and not just carry on forever. Candy mines. Oh, could we go into the candy mines? I don't know. Man, I don't want to stop. I mean, I know that the funny... I always have this issue where I don't want to stop. Because, like, I don't want to stop playing the game. But I don't have to stop playing the game. You know? I can keep playing. I just, you know... I feel weird playing games without recording them. Like, I feel like I'm wasting time. There's another one over there. How do I get to that? By breaking the game, apparently. Oops. Wait, I want to see if I can get to that treasure chest. Oh, that's right. I need something to get to it, don't I? I already saw that. Alright, well, I guess I'll end it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick look. Hopefully you guys check out the game. As always, be sure to like the video. It helps out a lot. Comment down below your thoughts about the game or my commentary about the game. And subscribe to the channel for more quick looks. I'm going to try and do a lot of like Halloween-themed stuff. Like I might do an Alien Isolation quick look as well. I did buy that game, so maybe I'll do a video on that. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. See you guys.